Hey everybody, it's Jordan here. Welcome to What About the Game. Today I'm going to be talking about Heroes of the Monkey Tavern on the Nintendo Switch. Old school. It's a phrase thrown around a lot these days when it comes to game design. I often find myself writing it without really thinking about it. In fact, I used it in my Count Lutenor review when talking about the save system. After playing Heroes of the Monkey Tavern though, I should probably retract it from 90% of the reviews that I've put it in. Heroes of the Monkey Tavern is the old school to end old schools. First person dungeon crawlers have been around a while, probably before I was even part of this world. They've certainly got their cult following too, whether for nostalgic reasons or the pure challenge. Now, I'm not an expert for sure, which makes this a difficult game to review. I can only really review it from a casual's perspective, so please bear that in mind. The story is very simple. A group of heroes spend night after night in the local tavern, the Monkey Tavern. After whiling away all their hard-earned hero gold, drinking the place dry, it's time for the heroes to go on a new adventure and seek more beer money. After that slightly comical introduction, the game takes a nosedive out of personality dump and into the serious nature of its genre. You immediately get to create 4 characters who you will take on your quest. You can choose from different classes, assign extra ability points, as well as choose between some rather questionable looking character portraits. You'll probably want a healer of some sort, a hard-hitting character, and maybe a rogue to help you find the secrets of the tower that you're exploring, because the 8 floors that the tower holds are bursting with traps and more secret switches that you can shake a stick at. Now 8 floors doesn't sound like a lot, but you'll be surprised at how long each of them will take you. You'll spend a good half an hour or so searching for the right switch or key, or killing all of the enemies. The controls are something special, that's for sure. I don't know if something went seriously awry during the porting, but they are masterfully awkward in both movement and combat. I don't know if it's intentional or not, just to give it that extra feeling of playing something a bit on the archaic side, but I'm sure I could have mapped the controls better myself. Here's how it works. To move, you don't use the analog stick. That will use up your potions. First mistake there, rookie. It's actually the D-pad that you'll need to stick to for moving. But even that's not as simple as it should be. Up on the D-pad obviously moves forward, and your natural inclination would be to believe that the left and right buttons turn you in their respective directions. Wrong. Those actually strafe. If you actually want to turn, then you need to use the shoulder buttons. Now you can move around and explore your own pace, so the walking controls can be done without too much consequence, but it's the fighting controls that really are a ball ache at first. You have to command each fighter individually, scrolling between them with the Z, R and L buttons, then use action buttons for each. Now since each fighter has 2 hands, they can potentially use 2 weapons or abilities at a time, with each hand being assigned to the A and B button respectively. So you're flicking the shoulder buttons as well as making sure you choose the correct hand to use, and you have to do it quickly as battles are in real time. Dwell too long and you'll quickly get destroyed by the unforgiving enemies. It's quite nightmarish to be honest, and it takes a lot of getting used to. Even after the 5 or so hours of my playthrough, I still made mistakes. Eventually you do get into a routine of button pressing, although by that time you'll have finished the game. Heroes of the Monkey Tavern can be a strangely compelling game though. There's something satisfying about constantly improving and leveling up your characters, getting to grips with the battle system and solving the simple enough puzzles. It's really difficult too. I originally started on normal, but I had to restart on easy so I could get used to everything. I can't even imagine playing on hard. Another problem I have is just how, without wanting to be too insulting, amateurish it looks. I already touched on the character portraits, but also the environments, animation and enemies all look a little on the cheap side. It's like the developer has picked different assets from different places and they don't always go well together in a cohesive art design. One thing that I did enjoy though was the music. Now I know it's all been licensed and none of it is original, but it's all well chosen. It gave me feels of the soundtracks from Morrowind and Lord of the Rings, and if I'm comparing it to those high standards, it can't all be bad. Overall, it's difficult to recommend Heroes of the Monkey Tavern to everyone. You need to be really into dungeon crawlers, Dungeons and Dragons sort of experience. It's archaic through and through, by design to appeal to old school gamers, and that's the only group of people that I can see gelling with this game. I mean, I found it oddly compelling and I didn't feel bored playing it. I kind of enjoyed it, but I'm certain not everyone will agree with me. Okay guys, if you've enjoyed this review, then be sure to subscribe, that will help me out so much. You can read the full review of Heroes of the Monkey Tavern or whataboutthegame.com, and you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you want to. All the links are below. Thanks guys, bye bye.